you an Old Testament guy or a New Testament guy? Well, the New Testament. No, well, the New Testament was made by Constantine, a Roman emperor who wasn't even Christian. Because the New Testament is utter. It's created by a bishop and an emperor. That's a fact. That's like established religious fact. Like everyone knows where it came from. And not only that, it was written hundreds of years after the death of Jesus. So what are you talking about?
50 to 75 years ago, it was taught on every major university campus in the United States that the Gospels were not written until the 200s, maybe the 300s. It was taught on almost every major American university campus that the resurrection of Christ was something that was tacked on by the 2nd, 3rd, 4th century church to give a flagging religion some punch. Unfortunately, for those teachers, the past 50 to 75 years, we have unearthed so many manuscripts, so close to the date of authorship, so many letters by so many early church fathers, that it is abundantly clear that right from the get-go, as early back as you can go, Jesus, who was risen from the dead, was preached by the first followers of Jesus Christ. It was not something that was added later. His virgin birth was preached right from the get-go. That passage, 1 Corinthians 15, was penned by Paul in 50, 51, 52 AD, and he's referring to a creed that he received from others. Now you're back into the 40s AD. You're within 15 years of the events. So regardless of how far you push it back, the overwhelming evidence is the first followers of Christ never knew a dead Jesus. They preached a risen Lord Jesus whom they had seen with their eyes. And that has been a source of intense embarrassment to every religion department on every campus in the United States that bought into that line of thinking that taught the Gospels were not written until the 200s or 300s. The fact that Ignatius, Bishop of Antioch, quotes the Synoptic Gospel in 96 AD. The fact that Clement, Bishop of Rome, quotes all 4 Gospels, including John, in letters he wrote in 115 AD, smashes that whole school of thought that was taught on every major American university campuses 50 to 75 years ago, that the Gospels weren't written until the 200s or the 300s. How could that be true if the Gospels were quoted in letters written in 96 AD and 115 AD? The evidence is crystal clear. The Gospels were written in the 1st century, and the Gospels insist Jesus claimed to be God, and the evidence is that Jesus rose from the dead. That's the clear evidence.